much pleased to be a part of Talkcog, an online student tech talk series initiated by CSI SB GECB, and I would like to thank them for this great opportunity. So, coming to my topic, what I chosen is Darkweb, the conspiracy theory. More than being a tech topic, this one seems to be a hot topic of all time, and it is an expanding at each every moment. As beginning, I would like to add one more thing. That kindly use this information just for educational purposes. Whenever we are hearing about the topic dark web, or whenever we propose the concept of the dark web, the thing that comes to our mind is the iceberg theory. Exactly, I would like to also begin from there. While looking onto the iceberg, what we are seeing, some is above the sea and viewable to all, but most are beneath the sea. This is too dangerous, like how it made the largest ship ever made to sink off. So, we are classifying the iceberg into three: surface web, deep web, and dark web. Coming into the surface web, it's all what we see, just like Google, YouTube, eBay, Wikipedia, Amazon, Twitter, everywhere. The topmost and viewable part to everyone is called surface web, and coming to deep web, it seems to be like a supporting factor of surface web, but it's not much, but also having a restricted web content, and with a less viewership, also with a less censorship. And moving on to the deepest part, it's the dark web. It is the most haunted part of the web, where what we should not happen, just like everything illegal is taking place. So for example of deep web, I would like to say PayPal, mailing services like Gmail and everything. For example, whatever content like Netflix contents are having a censorship, or it is having a constraint for login, that's called deep web. And moving on to dark web, it's just like everything illegal, drug dealing, child pornography, and everything. What are the things that we are majorly finding on dark web? So I'd like to give a mere example. There are so many websites that host live murdering of people, selling spirit like child spirit and everything, website for child pornography, puppy murders, and such weird things, everything. And there is a huge marketplace for drug dealings and also armed weapon dealings, also credit card scamming and everything. So I would like to move on to the levels of deep web. We will be concentrating on the levels of deep web in this presentation. So moving on to the first part, it's the level 0, the common web. It's the common or the usual web that we browse every day. It's all about Google, Surface, everything, YouTube, Facebook, Wiki, and everything. It is normal to everyone. And after that, it's the surface web. It's not a deeper content. It's not a conspiracy content. It is just similar to the common web. It is having some more censorship content. Just like we need to log in to view that content. So it's also similar to common web. And moving on to the next, level 2, the buggy web. This one is the normally accessible last level of web. This for accessing buggy web, we don't need a proxy services on everything. After the buggy web, for accessing from the level 3, we all need some proxy services or Tor, also modifying the hardware and everything. So in the buggy web, what we are seeing is just like the deep web and similar to deep web, but more than a surface web. Nothing more compared to think about. It's all common in the surface web and common web. So moving on to the level 3, deep web. The first part of this level is accessed by the proxy only. It contains a normal way of child pornography, website hacking, and everything. And also in the deep web, there are more and more backing of many websites, such as Facebook has their backing within the deep web. In case of any server issues, they will be hosting their server from the deep web only. So it's not a higher deep content. So moving on to the next level, level 4, it's called the charter web. So here comes the deeper side of the dark web and the deep web. So here the play begins. So it can be divided. The charter web can be divided into two parts. The first part can be accessed through Tor. Tor means the onion router services. Okay. So it's all about a special service that how we can access dark web. So that said, we can access charter web either by Tor services, or the second part by accessing dark web by making hardware modification, just like closed shell system. So for this hardware modification, we need to learn quantum computing And such as experimental hardware information like gadolinium, gallium, garnet, quantum electronic processors are need to be used. So what's in the charter web? In the charter web, there are hardcore child pornography, drug dealings, and everything. Not a higher version of deep web and a lower version of the higher most version. So moving on to the next level, level 5 Mariana's Web. Among the dark web, the largest web is Mariana's Web. Almost the middlemost web is called Mariana's Web. There is everything. The topmost content has a limited usage in this Mariana's Web also. So Mariana's Web is normally not known to everyone. It is like a conspiracy theory to all, and its existence is not pretty much aware to everybody in the world. So the accesses of the Mariana's Web are also too low. It's just similar to charter web, but a higher version of charter web. What all we can see is hardcore child pornography, drug dealing. Here we can see credit card scamming, red rooms, and everything. So next, let's move on to the level 6. Actually, this is not a existing level. It is just like a intermediary something between Mariana's Web, level 5 Mariana's Web, and the level 7, the fog or virus soup. Here, everything is getting messed up. From this level 6, all we need is completely hardware changing to access the higher levels. So the next coming levels are too hard to access. Therefore, level 6 seems to be an intermediary platform or something like that for the persons to access into level 7 or level 8. Here, every hackers and every people who want to access level 7 and level 8 get messed up here. So it's all about the level 6, nothing more to tell. And moving on to the second last, but it's the most conspiracy level of dark web. Level 7, the fog or virus. The name itself tells it. The fog, something foggy. Yes, the name itself gives us that something fog and everything related to virus, malware foundation and everything. We might have all heard about ransomware, the ransom attack. So the mother from ransom attacks are in the virus web only. It's just like a war zone. Every person in the level 7 are fighting each other to get into the level 8. Here, we all need to access level 7 only by a hardcore game changer like quantum computing. Then only we can access the level 7. It is the mother of all viruses and everything. The kind of child pornography and other illegal activities has came to an end in the level 5 itself. Here, it comes hardcore illegal activities. And let's move on to the level 8, the last one, but hopefully it's the saddest one. The Primark system. So here, the deep level or the dark level system ends. This is just like a nightmare to everyone. To access the Primark system, we need to come over the whole 7 levels. Those are very tough to reach. And the 8th level is highly protected by 17 quantum trillion to the power 1 level function lock. It is an impossible type of lock, algorithmic lock. Cannot be unlocked by any one of the hackers and everything. So, no government and none are having an idea about the Primark system and its existence. But it really exists. And the entire internet is being controlled and monitored by the Primark system and the users within them. The shadow web, keyloggers and everything is hidden in the Primark system. Those who are entering the Primark system, unable or it's impossible for them to come back. So it's better to leave it in the level 3 itself. Okay. It's all about the Primark system, it's all about the all levels, and the most worrying part is called the Primark system. So now let's move on to the dark web characteristics. It's pretty anonymous. We need a special software called Onion Router to access the dark web, and the dark web is as a whole is related to illegal activities and everything. So I would like to show some example of dark web sites. This is Slayer's Hitman, a dark web site to hire hitman for killing people, and this is a site where we can get followers for Instagram, Facebook and everything. Just like hacking, this is just like getting fake currencies, and just similar to this we also have credit card scamming sites also. So what are the major legal dark web services means? Journalism. So countries like China, they are having media limitation, So they use dark web services to share their ideas to the world. So there are also legal markets, social media backing, and the repressed minorities used to share their views and ideas in the dark web in the initial stage of the dark web. And that's all about the Tor and dark web services. Thank you.